So Ricky Burns retains his WBO World Lightweight title with a 4th round TKO stoppage of Kevin Mitchell. In the end, Ricky Burns was just too big, too strong. His jab was too good. His defense was too tight for Kevin Mitchell. He just could not overcome the size difference. But also, I think Ricky Burns was mentally stronger in there. He was more focused. And, you know, he just marched out from the opening bell, started pumping out that trademark left jab behind the tight guard. And he just seemed so much physically bigger than Kevin Mitchell, so much physically stronger. And, you know, leading up to this fight, Kevin Mitchell was seen as the puncher and Ricky Burns was seen as the boxer. But you wouldn't know it from the way this fight panned out because Ricky Burns fought like the puncher. He was coming forward, he was stalking Mitchell, and Mitchell was on his bike. Yeah? Burns was pumping a jab in his face. He looked much physically stronger in the clinches. He looked much physically bigger than Kevin Mitchell. And as far as I'm concerned, the way I saw the fight, Ricky Burns was in control throughout the whole fight. Even though the first couple rounds were fairly competitive, in terms of body language and who looked more comfortable and confident in there, I thought Burns looked more comfortable and confident throughout the fight. Like I say, he was very focused and he knew exactly what he wanted to do and how to get it done. Whereas Kevin Mitchell looked a bit confused. You know, he was trying to figure out how he's going to get past that big long reach, how he's going to open up Ricky Burns' tight defense. He seemed a bit confused in there. And in the end, you know, he ended up getting tagged with a big left hook in the 4th round, and Ricky Burns did very well and closed the show. So it was a great win for Ricky Burns in a domestic fight. They've been rivals for some time. And, you know, Ricky Burns goes onwards and upwards. And in the end, it was class that told, not just size. And the reason why I say class is because even though physically Ricky Burns and Kevin Mitchell are in the same kind of level in terms of physical ability, you know, hand speed, movement, and just overall ability, balance and all that kind of stuff, coordination, even though physically they have similar physical attributes, although people say that Mitchell's a bit faster, has a bit more power. Obviously Ricky's taller and he's got a better jab, but, you know, they're on a similar kind of level playing field in terms of physical ability. The difference here as well, to me, was the mental side of things. Ricky Burns proved that mentally he's on a different level to Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, Kevin Mitchell crumbled against Michael Katsidis, his first, you know, step up to world level. He crumbled. Yeah, mentally, Katsidis was able to throw him off. Yeah, in that second round when he started moving around, he threw Kevin Mitchell off. I mean, Katsidis is not a slick boxer. So if someone like Katsidis can throw you off on your big occasion, you know, no real surprise that Ricky Burns was able to do it, because Ricky Burns was playing mind games in there with Kevin Mitchell. There was one point where he was trying to goad Mitchell in to having a tear up, to having a brawl. Obviously, he was trying to sucker Mitchell in and then cover up and counter, and it worked. Mitchell took the bait. So Ricky Burns, even though, like I say, you know, Kevin Mitchell's always been a guy to me who's a domestic level fighter. I've never been impressed by Kevin Mitchell. But as I say, even though he's got a similar kind of physical attributes to Ricky Burns, mentally Ricky Burns is world class. Do you get what I'm saying? Mentally, he's on a different level to Kevin Mitchell, and that was one of the big things that separated these two fighters. You know, Ricky Burns can go on now. I guess there's a fight there with Adrian Broner if he wants to take it. I'll definitely be picking against him in that fight. But if he proves me wrong, wow, imagine that. As for Kevin Mitchell, I don't know, man. Like I said, I've never rated Kevin Mitchell very highly. A lot of people have been swearing by Kevin Mitchell's skills for a long time. Back in the days, they were saying he would beat Amir Khan. I mean, listen, if a guy like Ricky Burns is knocking you out, Kevin, believe you me, you're lucky the Amir Khan fight never happened. You know, one of my friends here on YouTube told me once that he thinks that Kevin Mitchell could outbox Manny Pacquiao. And even more recently, apparently Kevin Mitchell was saying that he could beat Brandon Rios. I never saw it, man. I never saw it. I always saw Kevin Mitchell as a domestic level fighter. But like I said, going into this fight with Ricky Burns, I saw it as a pick 'em fight. You know what I mean? I saw it as a pick 'em fight. But privately, I was leaning more towards Ricky Burns simply for the fact that he's proved me wrong on 2 previous occasions. Yeah, he's proved me wrong on 2 previous occasions. So I kind of felt wary of picking against Ricky Burns in this fight. And, you know, it is what it is. Burns got the job done. He proved he was mentally and physically stronger. And he goes on to bigger and better things. Kevin Mitchell, I don't know, man. Back to domestic level, European level, I don't know. I mean, where's he going to go? You know, his two attempts at world level have ended, you know, early. You understand? He got knocked out by Katsidis in 2 rounds. Now he's been stopped by Ricky Burns in 4. I mean, what's he really going to do? Obviously, I'm not telling him to retire. I'm not Carl Froch. Yeah, I'm not telling him to retire, but I'm just wondering myself where he can really go from here. You know what I mean? Maybe he could just only go back down to domestic level. I don't know. Tell me what you lot think in the comment section below. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts and opinions on this fight, how you think it went, where do you think both of these fighters can go from here? Why do you think Burns was able to win so easily? Was it his power is underrated? Or was it that Kevin Mitchell is maybe a little bit weak around the whiskers? Yeah? Because if Amir Khan had got knocked out like that by a non-puncher, like Ricky Burns, everyone will be saying, oh my God, Khan's got no chin, this, that, and the other. But yeah, when it happened to Kevin Mitchell, we'll see what people say about that now. You know, anyway, yeah, it was a fairly decent, entertaining fight while it lasted. But Ricky Burns definitely proved he was the better man. Absolutely no question about it. And he goes on to bigger and better things. So yeah, let me know what you lot think about this whole event. Leave your comments in the comment section below. This is Hatman. I'm out.